If your dog has pain, they're not going to be able to move around like normal. They're going to try to keep themselves still in order to avoid moving and making it worse. So this can be a challenge for us as owners to figure out if our dogs are in pain or not, especially since they're so good at hiding it. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 hidden signs that your dog is in pain that you might not be aware of. And I'm going to show you how to look for them. The first one is called cranialization of the eyes. What does that mean? Well, we can see the whites of our eyes when we're feeling well. But when we start getting sick, stressed, anxious, or in pain, we start getting what's called a dull, hazy look in our eyes, because the muscles around our eyes sink in, and then we get what is called scleral show. You can see more of the whites of our eyes. Dogs do the same thing. But here's the challenge. We have to look at their eyes from above, from the top down, looking into their eyes in order to see it. So let me show you. This is what you want to look for. If your dog is standing, you're going to look down into their eye and you're going to see this white circle. If you see this, it's normal. It's called the limbal circle. It's the border of the cornea and the iris. And every dog has this. But here's the challenge. When they're lying down, you want to look down into their eye and you should see the top part of that limbal show, that limbal circle. If you don't see that, if you see all white in there, you're going to need to shine a light in their eye. If you shine a light in there and you see this, this is called cranialization. It means that they're withdrawing, pulling away from life because they're in pain. And it can also mean that they're starting to get really sick. If you see this, please take them to the vet right away, because they may need urgent care. Now, this doesn't always mean they're in pain. But if you see this along with any of the other things I'm talking about today, it's definitely time to call the vet. Okay, sign no. 2 is having the back end lower than the front end. ULLC, that they walk kind of like this, where the hind end is lower than the front end. The reason why they do this is because they're trying to protect their spine. If their spine is in pain, they'll try to protect it by keeping it in this position. So if you notice that your dog is walking like this consistently, that they seem to be holding their back end lower than their front end, this is a sign that they could be in pain. Now, this isn't something that happens all the time. But if you notice that this is happening consistently, this is a sign that something is wrong. Now, this can also be a sign that they're just getting older, that they're losing muscle mass in their hind end. But if you notice this, along with some of the other signs, this is definitely a sign that they're in pain, okay? And then the last one is the most subtle. 1, and it's something you feel more than anything else. And this is a change in their fur. Now, you're going to think, how can I tell if their fur feels different if I'm not touching them every single day? How would I know if it felt different? Well, you're right. This isn't something you're going to pick up on right away. It's something that you're going to pick up on over time. For example, if you pet your dog every day, you're going to notice if their fur starts feeling thinner, starts feeling coarser, it doesn't feel as soft, or if you start noticing that they're losing hair in certain areas. If their skin starts feeling warm, these are all signs that they could be in pain. Why? Because when dogs are in pain, they start producing more cortisol. More cortisol makes them lose more hair. It makes their skin feel warmer because they're producing more cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And so if you notice any of these things, if you notice that the fur feels different, it feels thinner. It feels coarser if they're losing hair in certain areas. If their skin is warm, these are all signs that they're in pain. Now, it's important to note that these things can also be caused by allergies or by other things like nutritional deficiencies or parasites. So make sure you take your dog to the vet to rule those things out. But these are also signs that your dog is in pain, okay? Now, I want you to know that I've been doing videos on this channel about natural health and wellness for dogs and humans for over 10 years. And I'm going to continue to make videos like this, sharing with you ways that you can naturally help your dog with nutrition, supplements, with herbs, things that you can do at home to keep your dog happy and healthy and pain-free. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you click the bell so you get notified when I post new videos. I post about, and if you have a question about your dog's health, I want to answer it. So go ahead and leave your question in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.